Oh, what is good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another Pete Nintendo Switch and Gaming News video. Today, we have some awesome information for you guys. Like always, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Marvelous says that Senran Kagura and Fate Extella are selling well on the Nintendo Switch. So the Japanese developer and publisher Marvelous Games recently released their fiscal results for the last quarter, revealing more details on the company's performance. Shoutouts to Nintendo Soup for the article here. So Marvelous released 3 titles in Japan last year for Nintendo platforms. They are Shinobi Refle, Senran Kagura for the Nintendo Switch, Fate Extella the Umbriel Star for the Nintendo Switch, which also released in the US and Europe with that game, and Harvest Moon Story of Seasons, The Tale of Two Towns for the Nintendo 3DS. Now, all 3 titles have been, quote, selling well, and previously released games are also doing well too, according to Marvelous. Now, overall, Marvelous ranked in 5,839 million yen, or $53 million in sales last quarter. That is a 10.1% increase from the same time period last year. So they're seeing some increase with the Nintendo Switch being out. And 1.608 million yen, or 14.6 million US dollars in income. That's a 34.4% increase from the same period last year. So the Nintendo Switch is definitely boosting their fortunes now that they have a few different games to put out on there. And that's just the beginning. I think Marvelous can do a lot better from what they put out, because they haven't even localized the Senran Kagura game for the Nintendo Switch. That's just pretty much been Japan only, and I think it was #1 on the eShop charts the last time that we heard about the numbers. It sold like 50,000 copies really quickly on the Nintendo Switch eShop, which is pretty good for that style of game. It's not expensive to make. They probably put it together in about a year. I'm just guessing on that one. It seems to me like it was a very quick game to put together, but still kind of fan service style of game with the Nintendo Switch. And with the Fate Extella game, that's just a port from the PlayStation 4 version of it, and it's not necessarily a really high budget game anyway, so it's not like you have to sell a ton of copies in order to make your money back. The main development of the game is already done and you just ported it over. The Nintendo Switch is easier to port over games than we saw with the Wii U, and even the Nintendo 3DS in some regards, so they don't have to sell a ton of copies in order to make money there. The Harvest Moon game is obviously doing well there, so they're doing pretty good on Nintendo platforms so far, but I think 2018 is going to be key to see what they have for us next. I think it might be time to bring back some classics, maybe remaster some of those, or bring out some other games that haven't been able to come over yet with the Marvelous publishing on top of that. So we'll have to wait and see what they have for us in 2018. But what do you guys think about these sales so far and how Marvelous is doing on the Nintendo Switch? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the next article here, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition is compatible with the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Amiibo. So for all those who already have those, or if you have some of them, you will be able to have that compatibility, which is always good to see. So the official Japanese Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition website has confirmed the support for the latest Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Amiibo. Shoutouts to Nintendo Soup for the article here. In the 3DS and Wii U versions of Hyrule Warriors, all Amiibo are compatible with the game. Players could receive a weapon rated 3 stars or higher by tapping a Link, Zelda, or Ganondorf Amiibo. All other Amiibo tapped will reward either a weapon rated 3 stars or lower, a rupee bonus, or crafting material bonus. And sometimes I remember scanning in an Amiibo and getting 1 rupee. Literally, 1 rupee. Not 2, not 3, not 10, but 1 rupee multiple times. So I wonder if that's going to be making its way back into Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. So Koei Tecmo hasn't announced whether Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Amiibo will unlock anything special in Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, other than just prominently pointing out that it's compatible with the game. And I'm pretty sure Koei Tecmo will give an update as we get closer to the March release in Japan. I would think that they're probably going to have some type of exclusive weapon potentially too that they put into there, or at least branded with the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in there. I think it would be cool if you can get like Link's bow and arrow or something like that when it comes to scanning one of the Amiibo. And if they made just like one more exclusive weapon there, we do know that there's going to be exclusive outfits in terms of the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. You're only going to be able to get those outfits that Link and Zelda wear in Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition on the Nintendo Switch. And I'll say this once and I'll say it again with this game, this is easily one of the best values in gaming, hands down. We've talked about the whole ports and the prices and people saying is it fair or not, or whatever the case is, but if you're talking about just pure content and value in terms of hours and what you get, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition is easily one of the top, if not the top game, because not only do you get the base game, which can give you 100 hours of gameplay when you factor in all of the different modes that it has, the adventure mode, what they have, the challenge mode, the regular story mode, the free battle modes, everything like that in terms of leveling up all the different characters, but then you get all of the content coming over from the Nintendo Nintendo 3DS when it comes to like Wind Waker Link and all the extra characters there, on top of the gameplay system that was implemented in Hyrule Warriors Legends on the Nintendo 3DS. And then you layer on top of that the season pass, which layered on even more and more. We're talking another 100 hours or so of content and just all sorts of things, guys. Weapons, just everything. Like, I cannot begin to explain how much content is packed into this game. It's definitely more than Bayonetta 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch. This might be the most content-packed game on the Nintendo Switch when it drops, when it just comes to pure value outside of what your personal preference is. Maybe Xenoblade Chronicles 2, maybe that has a little bit more based on things. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is up there. But this game, in terms of an action-adventure RPG type of game, I haven't seen another game released this generation that's going to have more content than this one right here in terms of what you can do, new characters, systems that they put in. It is a lot. So if you haven't played Hyrule Warriors at all on the Nintendo 3DS or the Wii U, I definitely suggest picking up this one right here. I think it's going to be really good. You're going to have a lot of fun, and they've also sharpened it up a bit, improved the resolution to 1080p. We'll see how the frame rate goes, if they lock it down to 30 or if it's higher, maybe if it's at 60, or maybe even if they implement a system like Fire Emblem Warriors to where you can pick between 720p 60 or 1080p 30. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. So what do you guys think about Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition in terms of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Amiibo working? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, I'm moving to the final article here. We've got some great news when it comes to Super Mario Odyssey and how it's easily on track to be the best-selling 3D Mario game of all time. Got some sales rankings to go over when it comes to Super Mario Odyssey versus some of the other 3D games that have been out there, and for the most part, yeah, it's already up there and it could easily pass up the best-selling one. So let's start from the bottom here, then we'll work our way up. So Super Mario 3D World at 5.70 million, Super Mario Sunshine at 6.31 million, Super Mario Galaxy 2 at 7.67 million, Super Mario 64 DS at 11.06 million, Super Mario 3D Land at 11.40 million, Super Mario 64 at 11.91 million, and the original Super Mario Galaxy is at 12.76 million. Now, Nintendo just announced that Super Mario Odyssey was at 9.07 million units sold, and it's only been 9-10 months. That's how much it's sold already. So it would already be above Super Mario Galaxy 2. And Super Mario Galaxy 2 was on sale for how many years now? You know, so the fact that it's already right there, it's going to track down Super Mario 64 DS. That's at 11.06 million. It's going to track that one down, I think probably by mid this year or so, or maybe a little bit later. Heck, it might even track down Super Mario 64 by that time period. And I would think by 2019, early 2019, it's going to have Super Mario Galaxy 2 beat by a good margin. I think this year Super Mario Odyssey is going to sell a lot more than 3 million units, because it would need about 4 million to pass it up completely. That would put it at 13 million, and I think it's going to easily sell 3 to 4 million units this year. That might be the low end. We saw what Mario Kart 8 Deluxe did when it came to its sales from April to December. It sold 7.33 million, and Super Mario Odyssey is on a faster sales track than that because it's already sold 9.07 million. So I would expect this game, when it's all said and done, I would think that it's going to sell 20 million minimum when it's all said and done, just because Nintendo games, especially titles like this with all the content and everything that you can do with Super Mario Odyssey, a showcase piece title for the Nintendo Switch, I think it's going to sell 20 million at the minimum. It's easily going to be the best-selling Super Mario 3D game of all time by a large margin, because the Nintendo Switch is the perfect storm when it comes to tech, when it comes to what Nintendo fans want, what they're doing with the graphics, what they're doing with the content and the gameplay. It just really just struck gold. It struck gold, and Super Mario Odyssey is going to greatly benefit, just like all of Nintendo's franchises are benefiting, and just like all the indie games that are benefiting and selling more because of the type of system. No more buying portable, no more buying home console. You just get that one game. Heck, I think a lot of these sales might have been cut by each other because a lot of them came out at the same time or right around the same time when it comes to 3D games, to where people have to make decisions and pick one or the other. No more of doing that. You just buy your 3D Mario game and it's right there. You have it portably. You also have it on your TV. So I think that's going to benefit Nintendo immensely in the long run. So what do you guys think about Super Mario Odyssey sales so far on the Nintendo Switch? How it's already at 9.07 and it's already tracking down some of the best-selling games of all time when it comes to Super Mario 3D games? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Players. It's across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page. Consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you for the next video. Peace.